Hi everyone, welcome back to the Technicide channel. I am Anicia. I want to say a big thank you to all those who subscribed, liked, shared and commented on my previous videos. Now in this one, we cover how to draw isometric circles in the AutoCAD Desktop app. So come draw with me as we explore this feature of the AutoCAD app. Okay, so here's the drawing on the left that I'm going to be doing. I've done the basics already. I'm ready now to put in the isometric circle. So we're going to go to the status bar. There are two ways to do this. I'm going to show you one way now and then the other way a little later. So the first thing you need to do is to set your snap type to isometric snap. Now you can access isometric snap by right clicking on snap or O snap or any of these tools in the status bar that will take you to the drafting settings. And then once you're in the drafting settings, all you need to do is to make sure that you're on the snap and grid tab. Select isometric snap and then press OK. So now you will recognize that the cursor orientation has changed. And now I'm going to be demonstrating how it works. I'm going to be turning on ortho. And so you're seeing that familiar restrictive behavior of the cursor. And just like with ordinary drawings, you recognize that the lines are bounded by the X and Y orientation of the cursor. The crosshairs on the cursor. And so it's a similar behavior when we are in isometric snap. Only thing it gives you isometric grids. That's different. So if I was to turn on grid, I won't be doing that. No. But if I was to turn on grid, you would recognize that the grid no longer looks 2D, but it's an isometric grid. So I'm just going to be playing around, showing you the different orientations that I can get from the cursor. And if you recognize, I'm changing the isoplane. You have options left, right, and top. So I'm doing that to get the cursor to the orientation of the cursor to change so that I'm able to map my cube as I want it. So I'm going to be moving the cube out of the way now because that's not the objective of today. That was just a little trial that I was demonstrating. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you that your cursor is not only restricted to the isometric snap modes. Remember, it's just like with rectangular snap, ortho is what restricts it. So with ortho turned off, you're able to draw to any angle. So remember now that a circle in isometric is actually an ellipse, and so that is the command we're going to be using for this one. So after you select ellipse, you can look in your command bar, you will see isocircle, you can select that, or you can press I enter. Then you specify the center of your circle. Okay, so you recognize the circle is not in the correct orientation. So there are two ways that you can actually change the orientation. You can either, like I say, go to status bar, change it, or you can press Fn plus F5. And because I know the radius of my circle and it extends to the end of this section I have here, I just click in that section. Then I get rid of the construction bits. Then I'm just going to copy, because this is AutoCAD, makes life much easier. Copy and paste and then trim. So that section is completed. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go to the other one. Now this one, the circle is turned in a different orientation. And so we're going to be demonstrating how to do that. So just as before, Fn plus F5 to change the orientation, or you can use the icon in the status bar. And then you go to your options, find the left, the right, or the top, or Fn plus F5, and that will give you a different orientation for your circle. So once we have our circle, this is AutoCAD again, we just copy and make sure that we put it in the correct location. Once we do this, our next step is just to get rid of the construction bits. So we trim as necessary and we get our shape to be what we want it to be. All right, so we're almost there. See, it's looking lovely now. Now there's one other bit to do, and that's to put in our tangent at the corner there. We couldn't map on any ordinary line, so we have to use a tangent, and you recognize that because I have on so many of my snap options, I'm not able to find the tangent. So I'm just gonna go in, clear all of them, and only select tangent. So now we are here and we're gonna be trying to find a tangent point that we want. Now sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it will be easy. When you go, you get the option, you see the icon and you just snap onto the point. But sometimes it's hard, and what I will do is just click around the page. So I click close to the object to see if I get an option. Okay, so I easily found the location this time, but I'm going to be undoing so that I can show you what I do when the location, my preferred location for the tangent, is not found easily. Okay, so if I don't find it at the first go, I still just move around the circle that I want to put the tangent on, and if I find a location that is not the preferred, I will click there, and then that will generate other tangent points, and then I'll just keep clicking until I find the preferred location for my tangent. Then I'll just delete the unwanted lines, and then now I trim, and that's the final display of the object. So now, as promised, I'm going to be showing you how to put your isometric drafting icon in your status bar if it's not already there. So if you're looking at my status bar, like you've been seeing me do all this time, so I'm changing back to rectangular snap first. So when you look at my status bar, like you've been seeing, I've been using this icon. And if you notice, just like with all other icons in the status bar, I'm able to toggle it on and off. Can simply click on or off. But what if this is not in your status bar to begin with? How are we going to go about getting that? Simply go over to the customize icon to the right, which is usually 3 horizontal lines, and you look in your menu to find the isometric drafting. Now recognize, look at my status bar, you will see the change when I tick as opposed to untick. So that's how you would insert the isometric drafting icon on your status bar. And then from there, you're able to toggle it on and off as you desire. Alright everybody, thanks for watching the video to the end. Now I've placed a link in the description box below where you can download the image I used in this video. Want to know how to properly dimension a drawing like this in the AutoCAD Desktop app? Well, stay tuned, that video is coming up soon. Thanks again for watching, see you next time.